Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is my holiday dinner ideas part 2. And so I'm coming with you with another kind of side dish idea that you could do during any holiday event that you have coming up. Maybe you're hosting, maybe you're going to visit. These are just, great ideas to help get you through the holidays and still maintain your goals and, really work towards that losing weight during the holidays. Or maybe you're just trying to eat healthier for, just main health reasons. Whatever it is, I got you. Let's get into this. First, apron. I'm feeling very festive today. Maybe it's because we're gonna make some pumpkin bread. I don't know, but I'm feeling quite festive today. So first off, our side dish is going to be mashed cauliflower. I got 2 of them here. Again, you can always double your recipe. This is gonna be enough that I'll have this for several days. And that's fine by me. I love cauliflower mash. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna open these up, which they have them packaged so well. And then I'm gonna take all of the leaves and the greenery off, and then I'm gonna kind of break it up a little bit. I choose to do that. Some people don't. They just take off the leaves and stick it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and break them up a little bit because I feel like the process goes a little faster. And so I guess it depends on time and how much work you wanna have to do. I feel like breaking them up kind of makes the mashing process easier. Oh my goodness, they don't want you to open these. Oh, they want you to buy the cauliflower, but they don't want you to open them. Time for drastic measures. I'm going in, people. I'm going in. Ha, take that. 2 hours later. Whew, smells like weeds. It smells healthy. I'm making a mess. Currently, I have a large pot of water coming to a boil. I have it on high right now. I need it for it to come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to add this. So I will see you guys then. Now that our water is boiling, I'm gonna take all of my cauliflower, and I already broke it up a little bit with my knife to make it a little bit easier. And so I'm just gonna break them apart, a little bit more. Just the really, really big pieces, just so they'll cook a little bit faster. And careful when you're dropping them in so you don't burn yourself. We're just gonna boil these until they get soft and easy to mash up. So I'm gonna say probably about 10 minutes, we'll come back and check on it. It's been about 15 minutes for the cauliflower. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and mash it up. Now, most websites that I've looked at when it comes to mashed cauliflower, they want you to, after boiling the cauliflower, they want you to put it in like some paper towels or just regular towels and squeeze out all the water, all the juice, or like really squeeze them out, dry them out, right? I don't personally do that. I did it the first time and I just didn't like it. I like my stuff to be very moist. And so almost like a instant mashed potatoes texture. But if you want more like thick potatoey type stuff, then I definitely suggest putting them in a towel and squeezing out the excess water that way. So, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna mash away. You're gonna take 6 ounces of cream cheese and mash it in. And make sure that the cream cheese is softened. So you've had it out for a little bit, so so it's not super hard. And then mash that in. We're also gonna do 1/3 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Again, I like my potatoes creamy, so this is perfect. I don't change any of the ingredients just because I didn't leak out every drop of water from the cauliflower. So now we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. Again, optional. You don't have to have black pepper if you don't want it. A little bit of salt. I'm just going to pour a little bit in my hand and then dump that in. And she's ready to serve up. So let's give this a yummy taste test. I'm gonna give this a try now. I added some chives to the top of it. I also added some Kerrygold butter to it. And so I'm just mixing that all in there really well. Yep, really good. Personally, oh, so good. You can also add your own gravy to this. So I'm used to making a keto friendly type gravy because I've been doing that for years because of my husband's gluten allergy. So 2 options you can do instead of using flour if you're on keto and you're making your turkey gravy is either thicken it using arrowroot, which you have to be careful with arrowroot because it can get slimy. So you have to be careful with that. But you can use arrowroot or you can use cornstarch. Cornstarch is what I've been using. And you just have to get your water, cornstarch mixture, mix that all up together first until you get it to like a consistency that you like. And then just like you would with you know, making any homemade gravy, is you just slowly pour it in while the turkey juice is boiling, and then just add it slowly and continuously whisk while you're working. So, but yeah, if I was gonna put gravy on this, I definitely would have strained it first. So, because that would be a little too runny. So it kind of has a cottage cheese consistency. I don't think I mashed it good enough, but that's pretty much like what it looks like. And oh, delicious, so delicious. Yeah, definitely could have mashed it a little bit better, but that's okay. I was in a hurry, but so good. The oven is ready. I preheated it to 350. I've got my bread pan here. The goal is to line it with parchment paper, but it would not be a true Keto Phoenix video if I had actual parchment paper, which I do not. So I'm gonna use aluminum foil. I've never used aluminum foil in replacement for parchment paper before. So I'm pretty much gonna do the same process I would do if I was using aluminum foil. Or sorry, if I was using parchment paper. And that's just like, you wanna have a bit of an overhang in your pan here so that you can, it kind of works as handles when you're pulling the bread out of the pan, right? So you have extra, so when you're pulling your pan out, right, you can just grab on the ends and pull your bread up and set it off to the side. And because I'm kind of worried about its ability to stick, you know, the bread sticking to the aluminum foil, I'm going to just go ahead and spray that with some olive oil. We're going to do this part. To this pumpkin bread recipe, bless you, we're going to add 3 eggs. I'm just gonna kind of break them down a little bit before I add in some of the other ingredients. I just find it easier that way. So I'm gonna take my whisk here and I'm just going to kind of break up the eggs a little bit. 1 cup of pumpkin puree. I have leftover pumpkin puree right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in, which just so happens to equal out to a cup. That with my pumpkin candle, it smells really good in here. It smells very holiday. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like to see me do a pumpkin pie recipe. It'll probably not come out until after Thanksgiving, but if you guys are okay with that, then I will totally do one of those because I'm gonna make a couple of them because I also love pumpkin pie. We're going to add some liquid stevia. So the recipe that I'm following suggests doing the liquid stevia because it cooks better into the bread, and it comes out like a sweeter, less bittery sweet taste. Like for those of you who have done keto foods before or healthier foods, right, and you use the substitute sweeteners, you'll kind of know what I mean. But apparently the liquid stuff is supposed to be different, so we're gonna give it a try today and see if there's a difference. 1.5 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna start squeezing them in here. There's 1, and there's half. 1 tablespoon vanilla extract. I don't know why I have a hard time pronouncing the word extract, but I do. I don't even know if I'm even saying that right. Like, let me know down in the comments below if there's just one word in particular that you just can't say no matter how hard you try, and maybe people will tease you about it. Because like my mom, she can't say cottage. It always comes out college. So every time she's cooking and she's like, yeah, I gotta go to the store and get some college cheese, you know, and me and my husband are always picking on her. It's like, oh, so we got some fancy cheese going on here. It's got a degree, or, you know, what degree did the cheese get? And, you know, we just have to pick on her, you know. And then last but never least, we have got a tablespoon of cinnamon. You can do, if you don't want to do the cinnamon, you could always do 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. So, and I thought about it, but again, I love my cinnamon. Then to this recipe, we are going to add 2 cups of almond flour, but you're going to dump them in slowly. Okay, here's the first cup. Oh, and then what I suggest you doing is moving on to a spatula because it's gonna get sticky. So I'm just kind of mixing it on in there. I mean, the directions say to start out with a whisk and then move to a spatula, but I feel like so much product gets wasted that you can't get off of the whisk. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Okay, now we're going to fill up our second cup here and then start pouring that in. And it's definitely starting to thick up and look kind of bread-like here. And I'm all about just really mixing things good, especially when it comes to keto things. You really want to get those spices and those seasonings incorporated throughout the entire dough so that you don't hit like a salt patch or something like that. And this is kind of what we're looking at now. Short people problems. I have to get my spices. My husband was the last one to put the salt away, so I need my handy little step stool to get to my salt. And very carefully because of this bad boy. Okay, we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna eyeball that. I'm gonna use a teaspoon. And that looks like 1/4 right there, so I'm gonna dump that in. And then I'm gonna mix that all together. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to take that batter and we're going to put it in our baking dish here. And then I'm gonna kind of just spread it out a little bit. There we go. It is in its pan. And now we're gonna pop this bad boy in the oven, cook it until it's brown. And then what you can always do is take a toothpick or a knife and stick it in the center. And if it comes out with nothing on it, then it's done. But it's gonna be roughly 40 minutes. Our pumpkin bread is been beeping, so let's check on it. It's been 40 minutes. Ooh, that definitely looks brown. Got my knife here, stab her in. She's done. And you're gonna take the ends of your paper, whatever it is you end up using, and it looks like the aluminum foil works out great, which I wasn't too worried. And then you're just gonna pull it out and stick it on the wire, on a wire rack. And you're gonna give it a full chance to cool. So if you try to cut it or do much of anything with it until it's completely cooled, it's just gonna break apart, fall apart. It's not gonna come out bread-like. So the pumpkin bread has cooled off plenty, and now I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple pieces here, and we're gonna give it a try. Let's see if I can show you guys how it looks. Look at that. So good. Here we go. It's good. Nice and moist. It's not super sweet. So it definitely would have been sweeter if I would have used regular, like monk fruit, Makanta monk fruit sweetener instead of the liquid sweetener. But I love it. Put some butter on here. Oh yeah. Pumpkin bread for the win. So good, so moist. Well, that is the end of my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below something else that you would like to see me cook, bake. Maybe you have a favorite food that you know, want to see if there's a keto version to, and I would be happy to get some awesome ideas to cook for you guys. So let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and weekend. Bye.